Hello everybody, how you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck and you're very welcome. And this morning I have a flashlight video. Now, as you know, I don't do a whole lot of flashlight videos because people seem to get enough of them. If you want flashlight, there's flashlight channels that specialize in it. But every now and then I get one and I show it because I believe in what I'm showing you is really good quality and I use it. Thrunite contacted me and right up front they sent me this for free. But take that aside from it. If you know me, I'll tell you the truth. If something's good, it's good. If it's not, I usually don't even put it on the channel. But this is an excellent flashlight. Now, as you know, I do love my flashlights. I've made that quite clear. My EDC, I always have flashlights. I have two flashlights on me most times of the day. This is my EDC today. I have this small flashlight, and on my key ring there's another small flashlight. I always have light on me. The one thing I'd say about flashlights, if you're not used to carrying them, in an emergency, there's a lot of things you can replicate. The one thing you can't do is light, unless you're sitting by a fire that you have lit, and that's the only way you're going to get light if you don't have another form. So a flashlight to me is one of the most important EDC carries that you can have. Even your knife's not important. You can break a bit of glass and use it to cut things. So, you know, the knife is important, and I'll carry. This is my carry today. I have my carry all beside me, but I always have a little flashlight. And I always have two just in case. One is none. That silly rule that people use, but I believe it's true. I always have a good flashlight in the home, and I have used Olights for years. I love them. They're good quality, they last, and just a really good flashlight. Now, they're not cheap, but they're good flashlights and reliable, and I've just explained why I think it's so important. Especially, look, we can have candles in the house and things like that, but to get the candles, unless you're brilliant and you remember exactly where you put them, you still usually need a flashlight to get to them, to get them on. But that's just me. And I like a flashlight rather than a candle because I can move room to room without having to hold a candle like, you know, something you've done in the Victorian days. So that's where a flashlight comes into it for me. So what is this flashlight? I just showed you the Olight one. This is the Baton Pro. Came in this lovely blue colour. It's a really lovely flashlight. About 1,000 odd lumens, 1,100 I think lumens. Great flashlight. Easy to use. Nothing wrong with it whatsoever. But this, I believe, is it's an improved version of that flashlight for less money. So that's where my interest was gleaned in this. This is, if you can see there, it's the Thrunite Tc15. It's the MTCW version, and it has a maximum of 2,300 lumens. Now, that in itself means nothing to most people. 1,100 is plenty to get you through any crisis, without a doubt, without plenty. 2,300 is just more if you're going to look for something, somebody, or something small. The more light you have, the better. It's as simple as that. But 1,000 is fine. So I'm not saying that because this is 2,300 lumens, it's better than that. That's not what it is. But it is more light. You're just getting more for less money. That's what I'm saying. And Thrunite is as reliable a company in my eyes, because I have had experience with them when I used to bushcraft. I used their head torches. I have a little EDC light that if you've ever seen my EDC pictures, this has been in it, I don't know how many times, because I'll swap between pockets. This has been in my keychain, it's been everywhere. This wee light is one of their cheaper versions, and it's lasted me years upon years. So I know their quality is good. So, and they have a 2-year guarantee to start with. You have a limited lifetime, but you have a 2-year complete guarantee if anything goes wrong with the flashlight. Smashing. That's long enough for anybody. So here's the flashlight, and again, it's a lovely colour. And if I put it beside the Olight Baton, if you've got this sort of light, there's the difference in size. Not much difference in thickness. This is a wee bit thicker. They both run on 18650. This is an 18650 battery, so your lifespan of the battery is amazing. What do you get in the package? Well, you get this, which I've taken out. I'll put this up. If you want to take the specs, you can take a picture of that, and that gives you the specs. This is just a wee, you can get another wheel. You can get one of those free when you get this. You can send away and get one for free. You get a little lanyard that goes around your torch, the bottom of your torch here. You get a lanyard and you get spare O-rings in there. You get a case to carry it in, little belt case. It has the loop there at the back of it to carry it. Lovely little, it's just a ballistic nylon, but it is lovely. And great retention on that Velcro. So it's not cheap and cheerful. It's really good. You also get a charger. This is USB rechargeable, 18650 battery, which I may add you get with it, which you don't always get. And 18650 batteries, if you're going to buy a good one, are not cheap. Simple as that. They're just not cheap. So that's the box. It's a solid, hard box that it comes in. Came absolutely pristine. So there's the light. Look at that color. It's, I don't know what you would call it. It's like a dark copper. It's like a handled copper color or brass. It really is just a lovely earth brown. That's probably, you get a pocket clip as well, which is removable. I put this on, goes into the pocket and leaves a little bit out the top to grab out if you're going to carry it in your pocket. This to me, if I was down the caravan going for a walk with a dog at night time, I would take this because I can look out to sea and everything. You get a 250 meter beam from this little light. Isn't that just, I mean, it really is changing. Flashlights have come such a long way from our old torches that we used to, especially when I was in the Navy many years ago, I may add. We had the wee right angle torches and you could hardly see 10 foot in front of you with them. There was no power in them. And they were the best that there was at the time, but there we go. This is waterproof to 2 meters. It is, you can drop it from a meter, it's safe from 1.5 meters drop, and it should be absolutely fine. Again, with a 2-year warranty, you've got that cover. If anything goes wrong with the light at all, they will replace it. So, and Thrunite have been around for years. I think they're, especially in the bushcrafting community, uses Thrunite a lot, and that's where I first heard of them and why I first bought the small knife. But for me, this sort of a flashlight is one that I'll have. Look, I have about 3. I have 2 of these, one down the caravan. I have a couple of these, another one down the caravan, one in the house. So I keep flashlights about me. This one is now going to my car to replace one that I have in my car that's not as good as it, because this one is now going to be my main flashlight. Because it's so good. It's intuitive to you. It's easy to use. When you put it on, it goes on. Oh, I've been using it, so let me just get this off. There we go. I'm just making a right Horlicks of it. There we go. When you put this on, you will get low, which is about 25 lumens. Which is enough to see round the house. You can't really see it in the day here, but it's enough to see round the house at night time, without a doubt. So you get low. If I turn this on, there it's on low. You go through it, low, medium, high, low, medium, high, low, medium, high. And the Firefly, if you just hold it on, you will get the little Firefly, which is 1 lumen. And it will last you, again, it will take you around the house. And then to go through your thing, you go low, medium, high, low, medium, high. And you can come out of that. To go to turbo, it's just a simple double click and you'll go straight to turbo, which is 2,300 lumens. That's put you in the dark. It is just amazing. And to go from turbo to strobe, which I'm not going to do in case we have anybody with any conditions, but it's just, you go to turbo and then 2 more clicks and it goes straight to strobe. So it's dead simple. It's not hard to use. And again, the little Firefly, it also holds. This is the other thing. It'll hold it for a minute after you've gone to whatever your last one is. It will hold it for a minute, then it goes back to normal, which is why it's doing that there. It's going to the high. It doesn't go back to turbo, but it'll go back to high. And I'll give you a little. Turbo's 2,300, and if you go to turbo, it'll run for 2 minutes on turbo. Then it will step down to 820 lumens, and it'll step down and stay there at that 820 lumens for a further 83 minutes. So that's a long time at a high use. If you're just using your high, which is 1,000 lumens, you'll get 90 minutes of use. Medium is 250 lumens, 65 minutes. And 25, or sorry, medium at 250 lumens is 6 hours and 5 minutes. And the low is 25 lumens, which is 68 hours. And the Firefly is 41 days. So, I mean, they're just unbelievable. Looks-wise, brilliant. Size-wise, it'll fit in your pocket if you want to carry that as your EDC. There's not a problem. And a lot of these pants pockets, especially work pockets, if you're going to use it for work as well, they have torch pockets in the side where you can slip this into. There's no real weight in it because it's aluminium, and it's aircraft grade aluminium. I just honestly believe, without sort of flogging a dead horse, this to me is just stunning. I really do like it. And to replace my Olight as my main light says an awful lot to me that I like this. And I haven't had this just one day in reviewing it. I've had this a while now. I've had it over a week and used it for over a week. And I am so happy with it. The fact that it came with an 18650 battery in it, and the price of this to buy on Amazon today in the UK is £50. That's just stunning. And I know it's dear, but I do like, and it's just me, I do like having a reliable, good flashlight about me at all times and in all different places. In my car I have one, in the caravan I have one, and I have a couple of spares that I've acquired over the years, but they're all good rather than maybe the cheaper Chinese versions that you can go on and get. But Thrunite is a company I trust, and well, it's whether you trust me or not. If you're in the hunt for a good, substantial flashlight, will cover all areas that you'll ever need to cover, I highly recommend this. Highly recommend it. Thoroughly good flashlight. And I wasn't putting the Olight down. There's a lot of diehard Olight fans, and I have been for years. But this flashlight is definitely a keeper for me. Thoroughly enjoying it. And I look forward to using it in the future. So there you go. Quick, but an excellent flashlight. And it says on the box that if you order through Thrunite's own website, you get 5% off. So maybe that's something that you want to go through. I'll put their website down below in the description, and you can get it. There we go. There it says there. Buy it through Thrunite and you get 5% off. But you can get it on Amazon with next day delivery if you got Prime, and you'll get it next day, 50 quid in the UK. Again, lots of other places will have it at different prices, so I'm not going to go through that. But I'll put Thrunite's website down below for you if you want to go and get it that way. If not, Amazon sells them. And I'm sure there's other places that sells them. Thrunite's one of the better companies, in my opinion. Right, Paddy's gone. Take care. All the best. Cup of tea time.